That was unnecessarily longly drawn out. Hey guys, what's up? To me, Saint Raven here. It's been a long time since I've recorded anything, and I thought, why not do a Let's Play? Since I had time, let me turn that down a little bit. Since I've had a long time since I've had recorded anything, like I said, I decided, why not do the Let's Play now? There's one thing that I really need to point out before I do any of this, and that is, I do intend on using my action replay on various occasions. Okay, you know what? Mute. And for example, the first thing you gotta notice is I'm gonna have not quote unquote two save files. The original one, which I'll be starting a new game, which will just for the beginning part, just because I want to let me just rush this. Just because I want to use a particular Pokemon in its particular shiny state, and obviously I don't want to sit there and just you know, dick around in soft reset for 30,000 hours. So, I think that, you know, I use my action replay, just put one code in, and that's about it. Only known information. Obviously, Let's Plays, usually they're not done on the DS, but since I'm no longer have my computer, I don't really have the access of a screen recording process, because this computer that I'm using right now, I don't think can really handle a ROM and an emulator. Sorry, the emulator and screen recording process at the same time. But I don't know. So it's not going to really matter what exactly goes on. What I'm going to say here, but you know, typical conversation with Oak. Too bad Bane's not here to do the voice acting, and I'm not really going to speak about what they say anyways, because I don't care. But but no, I mean, there will be occasions I will be using my action replay, and just as a fair warning, I mean, it's not like it's a huge, like, oh my god, you cheated, like, big whoop. But anyways, but as I said, this is going to be a Let's Play of Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or Heart Gold, at least. The reason why I chose this game is because it's the only DS game I have outside of, what's it called, Black, or, not Black, sorry, Pokemon White. Yeah. Call me racist, because I chose white. But right there, so my name is Raven. Yes. Even though it's not, but who cares? So it is going to be a little bit interesting. Obviously, you won't be seeing the bottom screen of my DS, just because webcam. So that intro was pretty boring. So that intro was this was going to be really boring. But as usual, we get a shrunk down into our miniature size, and we don't have anything. Our little menu box on the bottom here is empty, and we cannot change our options. Now, I should have to, and obviously, if you guys played this game, you know that you're gonna receive a shit ton of stuff in the beginning. So yeah. But you know, introductions from your mother. She's telling you all this shit, saying, "Hey, go to the neighbor's house. They'll give you a Pokemon." And yeah, that's weird. But she gives you your bag, your trainer card here, your notebook so you can save your progress, and that's about it, isn't it? Just those four, and then the options. So, since I'm not going to be playing all of this on this particular file, I've already started a file where the said Pokemon I'm going to be using, so it's not going to be a permanent thing. So particular things won't be really bothered with. So yeah. But here we go. We got Lila, or what is it? Lyra with her Meryl, and she's playing hide and go seek. She was upstairs at our house, and yeah. So let me just go over here. Oh my god, it's a ginger! Ginger, we shall kick you. We shall kick you. Because it's kick a ginger. Because kicking ginger is... Whoa, 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 what is this? Soviet Russia? Calm down. In Soviet Russia, ginger kick you. Alright, so, Professor Elm. Hi, Raven. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you for a long time. Do you want to know anything about my research? I don't even know. Alright, so he's going to hand us one of his balls. Before the balls were invented, people walked around with their Pokemon. God forbid people used to walk. Yeah, people these days, now they just care. Those poor, lazy, fat Pokemon. Alright, so here he's just going to talk about Pokeballs. This guy's obsessed with balls. I believe Professor Elm is tripping balls. That being said, he's going to give us a ball. Oh. Let me see if I can turn the music up a little bit. No. There we go. That should be good. I don't want to have that too loud because the camera's like right in front of the speaker, so who knows. Hey, listen, I have this acquaintance that people call Mr. Okay, so it's actually not his name. Okay, that's cool. He keeps finding weird things and and raving about his discoveries. Blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up and give me a fucking Pokemon. I see. That is fan-fucking-tastic. Hey, look. You're giving me the ability to move around. Alright, so, which Pokemon do I want? Well, all the times that I've played this game so far, the actual copy of the game itself, this particular one, I've always done Totodile. I think the first time I played this, the original games, I think I chose Cyndaquil because I distinctly remember not knowing what the fuck I was doing and end up basically, before even being the first gym leader, had a Typhlosion. I swear to God that's what had happened. I'm trying to remember because this was like way back in 2000 or 1999, and I don't even know what the hell happened. So just for that, I am going to be going for Cyndaquil. Like I said, I will be using a shiny Cyndaquil, so this in particular will not be it, just because I have it on a different file. I will not be showing you the nickname of it until later, just because I'll be naming them after some of the other directors at the Pokefight Club. So, for what's it called, I'm not going to bother, but Professor Elm, how do you like walking around with your Pokemon? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'll take something over to your friend's house because you're too lazy to do it yourself, you fat fucking tard. Blah, 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 Professor Elm, blah, 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 blah. Well, his house is past Cherry Grove. But the thing is like, originally, if you think about some of the other games now, there's always that instance of, like, you know, you have to go get something for one of the professors and then come back. Whereas, that wasn't really that distinctive in this game, the original game, and I had no clue what the fuck I was doing. Until apparently I just walked back towards the town and just like, oh hey, this random noob. But I think outside of that, I'm going to stop the recording right here, and then I'm just going to pick up with the old file. So you're going to see a distinct difference in the Cyndaquil, so BRB. Alright, so as you can see here, it's shiny. It's not its original coloring like you saw like a second ago. Instead, it is a kind of more orangish color. As you can see here, his nickname is Sulfate. Now, sadly, Sulfate, since I don't feel like running around with an Onix on my team for half the game, or for the entirety of the in-game, and then having to get the, what's it called, the metal coats on SSN, or SS Fast, my bad, and having to trade it over, I think that you'd have to go for something that eventually will become basically a ginger. So Gingy is a ginger. As you can see there, it kind of makes sense. Hardy Nature, yeah. So I think that was the second one I got. The first Nature was Sassy, and I'm thinking to myself, I should have asked Kate. I should have just been like, Kate, Is Sulfate would you consider Sulfate sassy? It would have been hilarious, but instead, I'm just going for the hardy nature because, you know, negative speed natures. I'm not gonna like freaking soft reset for thousands of different natures, but you know, having something that's at least neutral is pretty decent. Here he's gonna give you a potion. This guy right here, Raven. I wanted you to have these to help you with your task, and you get a potion. Obviously, potions restoring 20 HP. Pretty much the basics since the game, or staple of the game since the beginning of it. Blah blah blah. Here you got Lyra, Lyra, I don't know. Let's see here, Raven. So you picked a Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil, in all caps. It's such a cute Pokemon. You have walk around with it. It'll become more friendly. Blah the fucking blah. Alright, go talk to my mom. You gone, you foul beast. Yeah, but in particular, I know for sure that what's his name isn't. Oh, that might be beneficial. Where is the one I'm looking for? Sorry about that. You know, I mean, looking at the starter Pokemon, I know I should have been talking about this earlier, but Cyndaquil, for those of you wondering, is obviously the fire type. Its stats are identical to the Charizard line. Unless you want to call it, or unless you want to say it's a carbon copy, unless you want to consider the fact that of which in the original games, special defense came out in this game, in the original of this game, which would be obviously gold and silver. So technically, it could not be a carbon copy because Charizard originally didn't have a special stat. So depending on if they made the Kanto Pokemon, remade the Kanto Pokemon first and then put them into the game, or they put these guys in first, it all depends on who actually copied whose stats. Well, I mean, obviously, the Cyndaquil lines is still identical, but that special defense stat really makes a difference. But here, your mom's going to give you your Pokegear introduced in the second game originally. Basically, it's a cell phone, later to be replaced by the, what is it called, the Pokenav in the Ruby and Sapphire games. No matter what you say, she's just going to tell you anyway, so don't bother really choosing yes or no. Oops, what's wrong? Did you forget how to get to Professor's house? Blah, 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 blah. Sadly, since this is not a ROM, I can't speed up, so, yeah. DS is getting old, so freaking buttons are jamming up. But here you've got the professor saying, hey, wait 1 second. You forgot your virginity. You left your virginity at my house, so I took it. Oh god. Here, I'll give you my... Oh god, here's my number, so call me maybe. What the fuck? Professor Ohm, he just met us, so here's his number, so call him maybe. I butchered that song even more than the song's already been butchered by the thousands of parodies that's been made of it. Alright, so getting started here, obviously, you know, Cyndaquil being the fire type. Chikorita is probably, I don't think I've actually finished an entire game, either the original game or this one, with using a Chikorita. Now, the reason for that is just because I really consider it, you know, a more harder challenge. Just because the first gym leader is flying types, and you have the obvious disadvantage there. And then the second gym being, bug types. Yeah, I mean, 2 gyms in a row, and then you have the major disadvantage. So, it's really been difficult, and I've never actually played a single playthrough using Chikorita, and I don't think I've ever actually had Meganium on one of my games. Holy shit, critical hit. Alright, well, that's a huge fuck you from the Pidgey. Alright, but I have a couple Pokemon I intend on using. I'm not sure about like some of the other ones. I have 3 so far in mind. Cyndaquil being Sulfate, as you can see. And 2 more to be revealed. Tom knows one of them. It's kind of a little bit obvious because out of which one Pokemon that you get in this game that's kind of unique as a remake of the Crystal version, which is kind of weird that they add that in there. Let me get a potion. Oh, he gave us 5 potions. Whoa, that guy's cool. Alright. So, here we go. Hopefully I can get a couple steps out there. Sadly, since we do not have our running boots, running shoes, we will be moving at a slower pace. But if you come up here, you're around this because I don't want to fucking go into the bushes. I'm just beating around the bush. Well, pun intended. You get a free potion. Potions, items are pretty sparingly, or sent out pretty sparingly in this, which is kind of cool. Not as bad as Emerald version. Oh my god. Wow, there's no wild Pokemon. That entire patch of grass. Sweet! Alright. I forgot to set my timer, I just realized that, but if you... Oh! Fuck you. And it's a Pidgey. Level 4. What the hell? Light him up! Alright, but like I said before in the intro, I do intend on using my action replay for a couple instances. One key instance is when I'm doing any off-screen grinding. I do intend on using a code which is just, you know, doubles or quad or quadruples or how many points or how many freaking multipliers, the experience points, just because I really don't feel like sitting there and just playing it for like 5 hours straight just to get to a certain level. I'm just gonna do that just to speed things up. I won't be using it to for things like, you know, all the TMs or anything else like that. Here, I believe I should be learning Ember. Nope, Smokescreen. Yippee. Another useless move for me. Let me hop down there. Up there, as you see, there's a tree. Those are apricorns. Or apricots, I can't remember if it's apricorns. But basically there are special items that will end up giving you special Pokeballs later on in the game. Or not too later on, but... Alright, just gonna run away. You can't pick those up just yet because you don't have a special box to carry them in. Now, moving at a breakneck pace, we're going to come up to this guy right here who's going to be like, "Hey, you youngsters, get off my trainer yard." Okay, hey, you're a trainer rookie trainer, aren't you? I can tell. It's okay, that's okay, everyone's a rookie at some point. Well, fuck you, I've been playing this game longer than you've been developed. I don't know. It's a generic quote. Holy fuck, that old geezer's fast. Alright. Shut up, you ignorant piece of shit. Yeah, it's funny in the original games where you could just talk to this guy later on and just have like the bike and you just be, you know, keeping up to his pace. Obviously, he's not as fast because he doesn't give you like the running shoes. It gives you the map, which is kind of interesting. But here, useless introduction of everything because none of this stuff is relevant. That guy there will be giving us an item later on, which I think I will be using for one of my Pokemon. But here is his house, because he likes to lead little children to his house because he's Sandusky. Yeah, I don't even know. But I think after all of that, oh wait, hold on, no, he's got some other thing for us. Oh no, he's not. He's gonna give us all the way over here. Holding B while running gives you super sprints. Here, if you go here, he's just gonna be like, "Hey, I forgot. Here's something else," and he gives you the map, which he would originally give you the map in the original game. So there's kind of that too. So I think after all of that, I'm not sure how long I've been recording because again I forgot to set my timer. So I think right here will be a great place to end it off. So let's see what Sulfate has to say. Sulfate is dizzy. Well, Sulfate, or Brock, or whatever the fuck you want to be called, you fucking Cynic-Will, that's good for you. I think that this should be, like I said, this is going to be a good place to end off here. Guys, please be sure to, you know, give me some feedback. I know it's going to be a little bit weird just because you're not used to seeing a Let's Play for me. God forbid anything for me, for that matter. But I should be able to do this. Should be a fun thing to do. And I think He'll all enjoy it. So, thank you guys for watching, and please have a nice day. Peace out.